Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all them titties. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all them titties. And this is Shot 30 Podcast. And that's bad. This is not a good start. Here, let me try again one more time. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody heard of the Titty Show? Well, you're watching it. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm the one here brought to you to show you all the titties. I was brought here to show you all the titties. Welcome to the Titty Show. Welcome yourself to the Titty Show. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all them titties. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. That's enough of that shit. I'm done with that for now. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shayne Neubert. Hey, thanks for being back. Thank you for being here with me. And, you know, it's a happy new year. What'd you do? What'd you do for your new year? How'd you guys celebrate your new year? I know I made a Lizzo video. Because I met Lizzo on New Year's Eve. We had a New Year's Eve party, just me and my wife. And Lizzo showed up with the dress on with the whole hiney cut out of it. And it was a little attractive, if I have to say so myself. You know, I thought she looked a little bit better than she did bad. And this is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shayne Neubert, and it's a new year, and I'm a new me. You're probably looking at me thinking, wow, Shayne, you sure have gotten thin. Or you're probably hearing my voice and you're thinking the same thing. Shayne sounds a little bit lighter than he was last week. And it is because it's true. In 9 days, I've lost 29 pounds on the ketogenic diet. You know, I've been cutting them carbs. up. And I feel okay. But god damn, do I want me a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, or do I ever want, a brownie batter blizzard from the DQ? And I've always said that wrong ever since I was a young child. I've always said brownie bladder, and I think it's just one of those things that you say enough that gets stuck in your head that you just live with it. But Happy New Year, everybody! I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and now you're ready. You've set your goals for the year. I love when people set goals. A lot of people don't like that when people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna start going to the gym. I'm gonna start a diet. I'm gonna do." Well, you know what? I like that shit because at least they have an idea. They're not just sitting there like, you know what? I'm just content with where my life is. In 2020, I'm just going to be content with my life. I'm just going to be a bum the rest of my life. Or I'm just, even if you only stick to the diet or the gym or reading a book, whatever your goals are for 2020, at least you're doing something. At least you're trying to better yourself. I've always had these little itty bitty goals that just nab me up everywhere. I wanted to be a professional surfer at one point, but I don't live by any large areas of water that produce waves. So even me just buying a surfboard and putting it in my pool or my hot tub, at least it was me trying to get better. When was the last time you went Kelly Slater on someone's ass? Probably never, but I have. Because I have rode those waves of the hot tub jacuzzi bubble bath thing. Bubbles. I have rode those waves. I've hung 10. I've gotten gnarly, dude. But this is Shot 30 Podcast. This is a keto drink. It's a white Monster and Svedka vodka. And boy, oh boy, do I sure miss that sweet nectarine of the gods, that beautiful fireball running through my veins. It just made me feel alive. And that shit made me feel good. But I gotta lose these titties before I'm actually able to feel 100%. And then I bring Fireball back into my world. Hey, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for listening. I really do have some goals for 2020 with this podcast. I want it to be great. I want it to be a podcast that you can listen to with your loved one in a bubble bath. I want it to be one of those that you can listen right before you jump out of an airplane without a parachute. I want this podcast to be the one that you're listening to when you're walking your dogs, and then you look down because you're laughing so hard at this podcast that you realize your dog ran away and you're just walking a leash. I want it to be the most complete podcast for your ears and your listening abilities. And even if that means, what the hell did I just do here? Even if that means, dropping a quick, welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. And Timry said that's the way she wanted me to introduce the podcast today. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. And have you ever been to a real titty show? I don't know what it means to go to a real titty show. Maybe she was talking, and I don't even know if she was awake when she said it. She was just singing. She was singing a little hymn. I don't. Maybe she read the Bible earlier. I don't know, but that's the words that came out. And she said, "You gotta sing this song for me," and so I am. But I'm not quite sure why I am singing this song. And hey, if you're just listening to the podcast on, one of the podcast sites, just know we got that YouTube page too. Please hit subscribe. It might make a little, welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. Yeah, that's a little new addition to the podcast. Isn't that fucking awesome? I can change it up here too. Welcome to the Titty Show. I'm gonna show you all the titties. That didn't sound as good. And it's not as easy because I'm not like Stevie Wonder or Stevie Nicks, whichever one's the blind guy who plays the piano. I can't really do both at the same time, Wow, that's a ramble if I ever had one. But yeah, back to what we were, like, the real point. Hit subscribe, that's the real fucking point. Hit subscribe on the fucking podcast is the real fucking point. And how weird is this weather? It's the new year. It's the 5th of January. And it's 45, 50 degrees. No snow. It's shorts weather for all of us weird people. Maybe long pants and a long shirt for the people who can't really bear any cold weather at all. But this is crazy. Climate change is real. Maybe Greta was right. How dare we not believe her? How dare we not believe her about the climate change? And we sit back and now we're watching it happen for real. The climate change is real. We've got the equator is turning and the axles and the axes and the sphincters are splitting and all those things up in the north and the south poles, like everything's going on. Like I thought I heard 480 million fucking animals were killed in the Australia Africa fires. And that shows how smart I am. But maybe we'll just go with both and Las Vegas, and Los Angeles, all those fires. And we take everything for granted a little bit. We always do. We always have. We always will. And that's something that we should be ashamed of. We should all set that as our 2020 goal. Hey, let's quit just taking shit for granted, And let's go to the Titty Show. I hope my wife's planning on taking me there, though. But we do take things for granted, and I wish we wouldn't. But this is Shot 30 Podcast, and Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Have you ever needed some beautiful delights to treat your little belly? Like maybe one day you quit doing keto and you really need a better than sex cake, which is your favorite fucking cake in the world, and also your birthday's coming up, and you really, really want that beautiful glory of Heath bar, caramel, and whipped cream chocolate cake. Yeah. Well, you should ask Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies if she's got an opening, because she will make everything. And it's so delightful. And I'm thinking about cheating on keto for just a day. Actually, and visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook and Instagram today. I do think I'm going to create my own little twist to the keto diet, because I really do want to lift heavy weights and do some powerlifting stuff with the keto diet. But I feel like I just don't want to do too much at one time. So I've lost almost 30 pounds. And now after I get to maybe the 35-pound mark, what I want to do is I want to do 5 days keto, 1 day a huge carb load day where I lift heavy that day and the next morning. And then the 7th day of the week, I want to fast the whole day. And I think that's a little mix and a little bit of the best of all worlds. And I think it might work. I'll let you know if it does or doesn't. I don't know. I'm not a professional here. I'm not professional. But yeah. And if you've ever needed custom-made gi, if you want to lose weight, maybe jiu-jitsu is what you need to get into. Because Conspiracy Kimonos is coming out with new gis. And if you're going to do jiu-jitsu, you need a gi. That's how they wrestle. If you're going to do a pegging porno, someone has to put a strap on. You just need it to do it. Yeah, so if you are going to do jiu-jitsu, you probably need a gi for jiu-jitsu. And you can get those gis at Conspiracy Kimonos. Visit them on Facebook and Instagram today. Make yourself a little bit better and a little bit tougher for this 2020 year. And I've got a buddy out there, man. 2020 started off rough for this guy. He posted some stuff and the internet attacked. This is 2020. The internet attacks. 2020. 2020, we're bringing back the vision. That was pretty good, right? That's pretty clever. 2020, perfect vision. Bringing back the perfect vision. And this episode is sponsored by eyewear. 2020 vision is probably what you want, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what eyewear is. Well, I don't know if it's a real thing, so I can't really say if it sponsors the podcast or not, But man, this weather is weird. It's very weird. It's very odd to walk outside and be able to throw a football. And we had a little rekindling in the Neubert house. We had a little friendship rekindling. You guys all remember the Beaks? Yeah. Well, Timmery messaged him last night because we hadn't talked to him in so long. And we had so much fun with him. We were all giggly little schoolgirls. And that's such a nice feeling, if you walk past an old friend and then you're just like, oh, I haven't talked to you in forever, and you give a stank face to that friend. Hey, why? Were you actually mad at them? No, just because you quit talking for a little bit. You could just be happy for the moments you've had together and the moments you got to cherish with each other, and then maybe to future moments of cherishing with one another. But it's just the way life works. Life works. A person can be your best friend one day, and the next day you don't even know if their first name was really Tyler. Yeah, you don't know anything about them. You don't. Yeah, I had a best friend a long time ago. I'm not gonna say his name, but he just sucked. He just sucked so bad because when when life got a little tough for him, he never even responded to me ever again. So fuck that guy. Don't be that guy. But yeah, so we got some things planned for Shot 30 podcast. We got a lot lined up. You know, we got a lineup of guests, awesome guests that are going to be coming on the show. I know I'm really eager to get back up and do some stand-up here soon. And in the movies, we're going to make little movies, not just like the Lizzo with my jiggly ass out. You know, I'm not going to just wiggle and twerk for you guys. I don't think you guys would watch for very long if I was just out there twerking. But maybe you would watch a little bit longer because I can twerk. I can make my ass pop a little bit. I've never made Miley Cyrus upset that I was twerking. And I think Miley had a crush on me for a while. Because when I used to watch Hannah Montana, the way she'd look at the screen, it was like she could see right through my shorts. She could see right through my shorts, and she could see that, you know, whether she was Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus, she was kind of starting to do things to my body up until she started growing armpit hair. You know, Miley, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get rid of the armpit hairs. You know, you got a little jungle under the armpit, you know, under that underpit. And you can't live life like that. I just shave my arms because my arms got a little stubble on them. And I don't want the neighbor to see that I've let myself go for a little while. I don't want Luke to see that maybe I haven't shaved my ass in a week. I want him to know that I'm always clean for him, baby. I'm always clean over here, Lukey Luke. Luke, I am your fuck buddy. Luke, I am your fuck buddy. Bring that lightsaber over here. What the fuck am I saying? God, fucking weird, dude. That's pretty fucking weird. But anyways, my wife's upstairs right now with one of my daughters, and they think they're going to start a family band. A family band. She's trying to learn how to play the keyboard, and my daughter's trying to play the guitar. Yeah, it's kind of a shit show up there right now. They don't have a clue what they're doing without their lead vocalist, without me. Come on. That's not the right. There we go. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. And that's why I should be the lead singer. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. I don't know the words, fish in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. What the fuck is this podcast even doing right now? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Remind me later, computer. Just don't stop recording. Don't stop till you get enough. And have you ever questioned your loved ones about, everything, just a whole life? There's all these lists out there. You should quiz them. Write down your answers. Like, what's your favorite color? What's your dream car? What's your favorite food? What's your biggest fear? Because I found out a lot about my fucking wife yesterday, and that she doesn't know jack shit about me. The only thing that she seemed to get correct was my penis size. She knew that size was large. That's all. Like, she didn't know my favorite color. She didn't know. The only thing she got right was my penis size. And that's disturbing. It's disturbing. It's that the size of my penis is the only thing that's relevant. It's pretty flattering, I'll say that much. You know. It's much better than them saying that that's the most embarrassing. What's your most embarrassing quality? If that answer was a large penis as well, I mean, I'd take that too, because that means I'm probably living a pretty good life, if that's my most embarrassing quality. But yeah, I don't know. I've got so many things I want to do with this year. I can't wait to have some guests back on the podcast. We had to have a couple people back out, just family stuff. You know, it's that time of year. But we're going to get together. We're going to pull together. We're gonna team up, and we're going to gangbang together. All these new guests that are ready to come on, they're just ready to gangbang with us. We're all going to lock hands. We're going to do, we're going to do the Eiffel Tower. You know, that's when, like, you and another guy, or maybe girl with a strap on, if we're making a pegging video, have your hands together, and you're just kind of like, you know, with someone in between that's bent over, because there's a few holes on some people's bodies, and you just kind of, you know, you just lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. And I like that kind of shit. I love Eiffel Towers and pegging videos. But, yeah. And I do want to know, I want to hear some feedback from all you guys. What do you guys want to hear about, do with this podcast? You know, like 2020 is our year. Or it could be your year. If you want to be on this show, let me know. I'm trying to work out to get some of my good buddies that live like a long ways away on here. But it's not as easy as you think. But Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Jerome Lovely. You ever needed an Eiffel Tower buddy, an Eiffel Tower partner? You know, just somebody to lean with it, rock with it with? Well, that's not Jerome Lovely. Jerome Lovely's going to bring you companionship. It's not prostitution. And they're in the Quad City, Chicago area. And what Jerome Lovely's bringing you is just a date. You need a date, a male date for dinner, you know, maybe for a movie, just something. You don't want to show up to Valentine's Day at your parents' house alone this year again. Visit Jerome Lovely on Facebook today. Yeah, and also Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And all of these things are great items that you could get. The Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies, the Conspiracy Kimono, the Jerome Lovely. But also you could get a sign from Handmade by Haley. Her and her lover, hot guy, sexy man body, Josh, they have created a business together, and Haley makes these handcrafted designs. It's called Handmade by Haley, and it is perfect for Valentine's Day. She makes you all of those signs that you'd find at Hobby Lobby, and, you know, Josh is just the guy in the back just working his fingers to the bone, and she's just the pretty face that stands up on the pedestal just collecting all the money. But they're great people, great business out of Kewanee, Illinois. Visit Handmade by Haley today. And she's always doing giveaways and stuff. Like, you should visit the page. Maybe you'll get lucky this Valentine's Day. But yeah, I'm going to buzz out of here. I didn't want this thing to be too terribly long. I'm going to have a busy ass week. I'm going to be burning the midnight lube, if you know what I'm saying. And so I just want to say Happy New Year to all you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, listening, subscribing, sharing, all the beautiful things that you guys do. And please listen on, give us that 5-star on the Apple Podcast. Tell your friends, because we need some help. You know, hit subscribe, hit like, hit whatever you can do to help us out. Because we're just sitting down here in a basement. And the longer we don't get more likes, the more spiders that crawl into this little shithole. So this is Shot 30 Podcast. Visit Shot 30 Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Castbox, Stitcher, Apple, all those things. And Instagram, also my Facebook page, Lift, Eat, Lift, Sleep on Instagram. I think I'm going to change it to something to do with Shot 30 or Shayne Neubert on Facebook. Thank you all for being here, watching, listening. You guys are the best. And if you don't like this podcast, I'm sending these fugglers after your ass. I'm sending them to put a little bite mark in your hiney cheeks. Peace out. Thanks, guys.